What's up, kings and queens? It's your girl Essentially K. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Hello. If you're returning, what's good? Y'all, not that my ice machine my ice maker just started disrespecting me as soon as I started filming this video. You had all day to make ice. What is the noise for right now? Anywho, welcome back to another video, y'all. As I mentioned in my first video of the year, I was going to be doing another video talking about like balancing discipline and grace, and so that is what today's video is all about. Before we get into the topic, which this is not going to be a long video, y'all, I just want to kind of give you guys some encouragement and motivation and make it quick, and we'll be out of here. But before we get into this topic, y'all, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, tap that notification bell so that you don't miss any weekly uploads, which is now going to be every Sunday. My Sunday posting is doing me right now, so I'm going to be dropping right now Sundays at 7 a.m. Eastern time, and we'll go from there. If it seems like I need to switch it up, then I'll switch it up. Alright, y'all, so before we really get into my motivational or words of encouragement or anything like that, I just kind of want to go through the definitions, and I actually looked up the definition, so I'll put it on the screen. But the definition of discipline is to train oneself to do something in a controlled and habitual way. The definition of grace is the free and unmerited favor of God. There's several definitions for discipline and grace, y'all, but the ones in relation to what I'm actually talking about are the ones that I actually typed out. So grace is the free and unmerited favor of God. Discipline is to train oneself to do something in a controlled and habitual way. Basically, this whole entire video is personal to me, but I know that there's somebody out there that can relate. Especially with it being a new year, typically we all set goals for the year. We set, progressive goals. So we might have a few big goals and then a few like smaller goals, but we know what we want to do. We all typically get this like boost of motivation at the beginning of the year, and then life starts to happen, and throughout the year, our journey doesn't look as parallel as we would like it to look, and it looks a little like we take steps forward, we go back, we get off track, we get back on. And the idea of balancing discipline and grace for me is just basically allowing myself to have space, you know what I'm saying, like have space and room for human error, for unexpected events to happen, like what happened a couple weeks ago, or a week ago for me with my program and that whole switch, and just allowing myself to be fully disciplined and focused on whatever it is I'm working towards, but also understanding that it's not always going to go exactly how I see it, and being okay with that, being okay with the unknown, and just allowing yourself some room for mistakes to be made along the way, room for lessons to be learned along the way. Yes, you have to be disciplined in order to accomplish your goals and your dreams. However, you should still allow yourself some grace, allow yourself some room to just be like, I'm human. Things might not happen at the pace that I would like it to happen, but that's also not like real, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want it to seem like you're putting so much pressure on yourself that you can never attain your goals. Does that make sense, y'all? Let me know in the comment section if y'all kind of getting where I'm going with this, but allow yourself to experience the journey and to be able to go through it and understand that you can't be too hard on yourself, because we're human. If mistakes aren't made, we wouldn't know what to do what the right things were to do. We would never learn any lessons if we only did things right. You know what I'm saying? Or right, should I say. And also to just allow yourself and give yourself some grace, because your journey is not going to look like anybody else's, and you're not on this path and journey with, in competition with anyone else. And I know it can get very discouraging when you're halfway through the year and you're like, I should have accomplished at least 3 of the goals off of my list by now. You know, I'm halfway through the year and it can feel like so much pressure. But what we didn't take into account was, you know, illness, because sometimes you get sick and that pops up, or emergencies, whether it be for yourself or your family, or whether it be like, you know, loss of any sort. You know, we don't take into those things into consideration, to where we give ourselves enough grace for not getting things done on the same timeline that in the beginning of the year we have planned. I hope this makes sense, y'all. But basically I'm saying, don't be so hard on yourself. Allow yourself to be focused and be disciplined, but allow yourself some grace and some room for error. And again, unexpected life events. Because you just never know what the days are going to bring. You know what I'm saying? And none of us can fully map out exactly how every day is going to be and it go exactly that way, because we're in control of a lot of things, but we're not in control of everything. So allow yourself room for growth and for grace, and just enjoy the journey as much as you can, even with struggles and even with disappointment or frustration or stress. Like, try and really allow yourself to enjoy the journey. Give yourself some grace. And yeah, that's pretty much all this video is about. I didn't really want it to be super long, y'all, because I don't feel like it has to be. I just wanted to hop on here and say, you know, set the plan, set the goals. Well, actually, no, set the goals, set the plan for how you're going to, you know, achieve those goals, and then still give yourself some wiggle room and some grace space. That's what we're gonna call it, grace space. Well, I didn't think of that in the beginning of this video, y'all. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. If you haven't done so, again, hit the subscribe button down below, tap the notification bell so that you don't miss any weekly uploads every single Sunday right now at 7 a.m. Eastern time. That is all for this one. Peace and positivity, kings and queens. I'm out.